Hal here with more Empyrion. The new alpha is out, so we have a new beginning. So let's go. Okay, everybody. So we are in the new Alpha 8. It has actually gone live. As you can see, we are coming in for our initial crash landing. I'm hoping that we have more than just that one small wreckage in the area. So yeah, Alpha 8. Lots of updates. Like crazy amount of updates. We actually have underwater POIs now. We have new beginnings. There is a update to the AI. Go ahead, and we're just going to skip the tutorial. Yes. Because nothing good has ever come out of this tutorial for us. So, yeah. Oh, they reset my controls again. Let's go ahead. We're gonna set these. Don't care. We want. Are you really not? Thank you. There we go. And instead of F, we want that to be T. We're going to replace it. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's better. We can actually get things done now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and queue up the construction system here a little bit. Now, basically, I'm going to use that specifically. Really? I hope that did not just... I think that just ate 2 of the fuel doing that. Lovely. Alright. So, that's what I was going to say. We're going to start picking up some of the stuff we need to survive. With Alpha 8, a lot of things have updated. So if you were watching some of the preview videos that we were doing where, you know, we would come through and touch on some of the things that you would see each of the updates. So as things changed, you know, basically give you the highlights and overview. We are not going to hit the small wreckage quite yet. I should actually do that because once they spawn, if you have food in them, the food is going to start decaying pretty quickly. So what I want to do is I'm trying to get as much supply together as we can, and yes, I am going to do the sprint jumps. Just so we can get a little further along here. Looks like they updated the scale at which you're gaining XP. We are playing on medium difficulty. You are also going to see me do probably some base raids. We have the Empyrion Iron Man coming up. And rumor is we've got like 30 or 40 people this time. I don't know how many are actually going to take part, but we've got a bunch of people who signed up for it. Let's get this stuff situated, shall we? You go here, you go there. There we go. Let's make sure that's reloaded. Some more small wreckage. Okay, so we are actually getting a line of it this time. It looks like they've changed the dispersal on the wreckage. I'm guessing they are probably making it reflect the idea that, you know, the ship came down in chunks. And some of the food is already spoiled. That's not good. Alright. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and grab that for now. Oh, you have 120 timer. You have almost no timer. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to let those run while we continue to pick up our small wreckage area. Let's see what else we have over here. So we were talking earlier about some new AI stuff. What they have done is the AI now have situational awareness. So what you will see is they will react to what the player is doing a little bit more dynamically. Alright, come back. Give me my iron. Thank you. So yeah, what they're going to do is they're going to be reacting a little bit differently than what you may be familiar with. The AI accuracy, in my opinion, is still a little too high. However, they don't just assume that you are someplace. You actually have to be detected by them now, supposedly. I haven't seen this mechanic in action yet. So hopefully we will get to see that at some point in the near future. For now, though, we are going to continue to pull the food items out. Now, I do want to go ahead and we're going to move this over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do salvage mode because I want to pull things like the cargo boxes apart. Come on. Wow, they decrease the amount of damage that does. Okay. And I think we're only going to get one plate out of this. I just want to check to make sure. Yeah, one steel plate. That isn't worth the time to do it. Now, the nice thing about using this to reclaim things is that it is a basically free. It just takes your stamina or your endurance, however you want to look at it, in order to power the tool. So that is actually not a bad thing. However, do keep in mind that that does mean you will not have stamina for other things, like if you're trying to run away from stuff. So you do want to make sure that you keep your weapons equipped and at hand, so just in case things go badly, you can defend yourself a little bit. So I'm guessing if you move it out of the slot, then is what caused that. And the copper is your best friend. Now there's two things in the new survival aspect you have to remember. All ammo for the starting weapons, including the assault rifle, once you get to it, is based on copper and the plant fibers, because the plant fiber you use to make cellulose, and then the cellulose is used in the ammo construction. So do keep your eyes open for it, because you're going to need it. Now they have been increasing the things that will provide different resources in the game. Some of the plants that used to not have a function actually do have functions now, and usually it will be either plant protein, plant fiber, or vegetables. Part of that was because of the way that they had it originally made it very difficult to find some of these things sometimes, depending on what planet you ended up on and your difficulty settings. So what they've done is they've just basically tried to make it a little bit more survivable. Especially since Alpha 8 still has you do not have armor, and you can't make armor in your suit constructor. Once you have armor, you don't have to worry about the environmental things quite so much. The light armor by default has a radiation absorption of 4 and will normalize your temperature for anything on the newbie world. Now that is a good thing from my perspective. Wow, that is really bad. Okay, so we've gotten those two, so we need to head north from here. And they did keep you can't see anything on the planet when you first start. Now if you go to a new planet, once you have an SV, this will look more like the old school Fog of War, where it will be translucent, so you'll see the details of the planet, but you won't see the location of anything on the planet other than the terrain. Now the nice thing about that is that as you go exploring, you will end up having 2 tones on the map, so you can tell at a glance if you've explored that area or not, which I am really glad to see, because that makes it much easier to find out if you have been in that part of the world or not. Because with not having, with the planets being so much larger now, the polar caps have been removed, the green walls have been removed, so there's no split there's no visible split in the playfields now. very important thing. And like I said, I am going to come over here because I do want to get as much copper and metal as I can, mainly because of the fact that we're going to use this to make the motorcycle. And if I do everything properly, I should have a motorcycle before we hit sundown today, in theory. Okay, I'm just going to head north at this point. And we're going to keep heading back towards the escape pod. How much of that do we have? 25 and 45. It's actually not bad. I'm going to grab that. I do tend to tell folks to make sure you pick up all of the plants that you can, because not only do you get XP for it, even if it spoils, excuse me, I was gonna say, even if it spoils, you can use the spoiled food later on for other construction stuff. So it's not a bad habit of gathering the stuff. The other thing is that it will respawn. Last I have checked, it was doing it basically on each day. So if you have an area that has a lot of materials spawning in it, specifically a lot of food, go for it. You know, harvest up all of it. Not only will you get the XP, okay, 100 XP is what we're getting. Not only will you get the XP, you get, you know, food that you can eat immediately if you need to. You can convert it into longer storage items, longer duration storage items, or you can just let it rot. It doesn't matter once you pick it up. Speaking of, we are going to go here, there, and we're going to get, oh, I don't know, let's go, do that. I may go after some lumber, because I think we can use lumber to make the cellulose as well. I don't remember. We'll check. Now, if you notice, they have made the cellulose harder. Used to have plant fiber plants everywhere, and that is not so true anymore. So when we came down, just to give you an idea, that's almost 300 meters. So, yeah, planets are much bigger than they used to be. I had somebody say something like 16 times as large. So that's a pretty impressive change in the play fields. Now, they did keep it so that day one tends to be mostly safe. I won't say it's absolutely positively safe, but it's not like you end up with the scorpions and things, the arachnids, early on in the game. You won't get those until day 2. Now, if you go exploring too far, specifically into the deep forest, you will run into the spiders. Do keep that in mind. If you don't want to run into them on day 1, stay out of the woods. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and add that. And yes, I know I'm doing the annoying bouncy thing here. Mainly because I am trying to get through this stuff as quickly as possible, and, well, it is the fastest way to get around in the game. Go ahead and grab this. I was really hoping we would get more material out of it. That's just one steel plate. Once I have a better multi-tool, we'll come back and take these apart, because it becomes faster and you get more material out of it. I'm trying to see if there's anything up there, because there's sometimes the developers will sometimes play jokes on us. And if you do your jumps right, you can do that. doesn't look like there's anything in here. No. But you could use this as a base if you needed to. Get you out of the direct line of fire of any creatures that might happen to be in the area trying to eat your face. Always a good thing. We're going to go ahead. Actually, you know what? We're going to have to come back this way anyway, so let's drop this thing here. We're going to drop the actual materials that we've picked up thus far. What are we missing? Need motorbike construction kit. To make that, we need motors and cables, so we need silicon. Okay. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and do, I don't know, let's go 10 of those. That'll give us 250 bullets. We'll leave this. We'll take this because you just need copper and okay. Alright. So we're going to go over here. See if we can find some silicon. Is that? Oh, look at you. How much was that? That was 4. That's not enough to do anything with. We need one more. And awesome. That means we should be able to put a mini bike together. Now the nice thing is that once we have the mini bike, I want to be careful here. Make sure that no spiders sneak up on us. Oh, damn it. I was hoping that we'd be able to get something useful out of that, but alright. We're gonna get our health back here, or our stamina back here a little bit. And then we are going to head back that way to pick up our stuff and see if we can throw a mini bike together really quickly. This might be enough material for it. If not, I see some more silicon over, what looks like might be some silicon over there. We'll definitely check the local area here shortly. Thank you. There it is. I have to say, ever since they changed the model for this thing, it's much harder to see it. They basically shrunk the model down and changed the color of it. So if you remember, it used to be that nice bright blue and was much larger than it is currently. And we are going to make that. And then once that is done, make crafting. Look at that. Haha, we have bullets. Alright, so once that's done crafting, we will take a tour around, gather up some resources, and see what we can find. But I do think, because we're going to have to wait a while, I do think we're going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, be sure you hit that like button and subscribe, especially if you're new to the channel. Not only will that help the channel to grow, but it lets me know you're enjoying the content. And the only other way to do that is to leave comments down in the section below. Not only do all of those little activities help the channel, like I said, they let me know that you're enjoying the content, and well, that's what I want to do. I want to keep making the stuff you enjoy. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. That thing is ridiculously overscaled now. I was going to say, we're going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Have a terrific week, and I hope to see you back here next time for more Empyrion. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Let's grab this. Quick, grab all of these stuff. Level 3 already, wow. Man, they really up that scale.